Welcome to the Virgo full moon, happening on February 22nd. Now the sun moves into Pisces this week on the 19th, and the moon in Virgo will be at 3 degrees 34 minutes, and the sun will be at 3 degrees 34 minutes Pisces. Full moons are always oppositions between the sun and the moon, giving us an opportunity to shine the light on where Virgo is in your natal birth chart. Now, if you want to know about the Virgo full moon in your personal natal birth chart, you go to my February astrology forecast, and I go into detail as to how it will affect you, the sun in Pisces, as well as this Virgo full moon. And if you want to read about the Virgo full moon, you can go to my website and read all about it there. Everyone has Virgo in their natal birth chart. In Western astrology, we have 12 houses. The 12 houses are made up of the 12 signs, the 12 zodiac signs. So even if you're an Aquarius or a Pisces or a Libra, you have Virgo in your natal birth chart. And this Virgo full moon is happening in that area of your life. So in astrology, there's 12 states of consciousness. There's 12 states or aspects of you. And we all have Virgo somewhere in our chart. We all have Pisces somewhere in our chart. And that is the flavor or the character or the description of how you approach that area of your life. So the 12 houses in astrology, which have the 12 signs on each house, represents 12 different areas of your life. So even if you don't have planets in those areas, you still have that area of life, right? So, you know, you have an area for your health, you have an area for significant relationships, you have an area for intimacy and shared resources, you have an area of superconscious mind, you have an area for your destiny in the world, your career in the world, so and so on. And so even if you don't have planets in Virgo, you're still being affected by the Virgo full moon because it's happening in that particular area of your natal birth chart. So when I do these full moon reports and new moon reports, they're for all of you. Every one of you has this energy in your chart. For Virgos, this is their full moon of the year. And then they'll get their new moon at the end of August or September, depending on where it falls and when it falls. And so each one of us has a full moon each year. Each sign has a full moon and a new moon. And this is the Virgo full moon. Now, this is a very spiritual, creative, heartfelt energy, even in Virgo, because the sun is in Pisces, coupled with Neptune in Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces. So Neptune is really strong here. Neptune is direct and moving forward and powerful. He's at almost 10 degrees Pisces. Neptune represents your highest ideals, your ideal relationship, your ideal living location, your ideal work. And it's particular for each individual because each one of you has your own gifts, your own talents, and gifts plus passion plus values equals calling. And Virgo rules that area of life that calls you to service. It's about fulfilling your calling, fulfilling your unique purpose as to why you're here. When you follow your unique purpose, your passion, you're in alignment with who you really are. Things flow. When you're off doing things that don't relate to you, aren't about you, aren't true for you, you're off path. And things don't usually work out when we're off path. So it's important to stay on path and focus on why you're here and how you can empower yourself. Now, in Pisces, we are about spirituality and compassion. The age of Pisces is the age of compassion. As we enter the age of Aquarius, which is the age of enlightenment, we must understand, we want to understand how to be compassionate with self, how to be compassionate with others. Lord knows the world needs it. And Sirius, the asteroid, is in Pisces. Chiron, the asteroid, is in Pisces. Chiron acts like a planet in your astrology. He's an asteroid between Saturn and Uranus. And he's opposing Jupiter, and it goes exact on the 23rd. So this is all about your healing. This full moon is bringing to conscious awareness where you need healing, where you need love. Where do you need to love you more? Do you need to take better care of you? Do you need to set better boundaries with particular people or situations? Do you need to raise your standards so that you're attracting what you want? You're attracting good stuff to you, and good relationships, good prosperity, good health. And so this is an interesting energy. Another thing about Neptune too is Neptune rules the movie industry. It rules television, which is in a golden era right now. And it rules the music industry. It rules fantasy. So it's all about dreaming, dreaming big, dreaming into creation what you want. Now you have to put action behind it, Virgo, or it's just going to be a dream that just fades away and doesn't amount to anything. So dreams are wonderful if we put them into action and make them true. And so this energy is calling you to balance your mind with your heart. And so it's the mind-body-spirit connection, mind-body-spirit-heart connection. And so the heart, Pisces, is saying, hey, you know, you want to have feeling behind what you're doing. You want to feel your work, your creativity, what you're creating. You want your heart to be involved. You want to care about yourself. You want to care about others. Right? What's that saying? No one cares what you know until they know how much you care. And it's really true, isn't it? That when we work with doctors or even lawyers or coaches for certain, you know, we want to know that they care about us, that they care about our success. And so this is a reminder here at this Virgo full moon on the 22nd to balance that need for being successful, being driven in our work, accomplishing, getting things done, getting the details done, with taking good care of you, doing it in a balanced way, and putting your heart into it. So combining the love heart with the mind is very powerful. And that's what the most successful people do, is they use both left and right brains, especially on Wall Street. Like people that really know how to buy and sell commodities and stocks. They are very much intellectual, have that intellectual intelligence, but they also have their intuition going on, emotional intelligence, social intelligence. So we want a balance of the both. We want to be intelligent in our choices and decisions and our investments of time, energy, and money, but we also want to be intuitive and emotionally empathic, that's Pisces, and Virgo, aware of where other people are coming from, what other people are doing. We want to be, or the social environment, what the group needs. We want to have emotional awareness. And you hear a lot about that. I hear a lot about that fed back to me by clients, you know, where they're in some professional situation and the boss is really smart. However, they may not have emotional intelligence. And so they're not aware that they're really not good leaders, or they're not impacting the group in a positive way because they don't have the emotional intelligence to be aware of how they are communicating with their employees, with their staff, with their group. So we want a balance of, yes, intellectual intelligence with emotional intelligence, social intelligence, so that we're aware of how others are receiving us. We are aware of how others are taking our information and running with it. And this is a wonderful moon to take a look at that. Take a look at how you're balancing your life-work needs. Not work-life, life. Without life, work doesn't matter. Life, what do you need to take care of yourself? Work. What are your duties and responsibilities? Are you showing up and giving 100%? Are you showing up and giving your best? Now, with Jupiter opposing Chiron, that really speaks to the healing. And Jupiter's been hanging out with that North Node in Virgo, and that's all about your service to the world, your work in the world, your dharma, what you're here to do. And so this is an important time to pay attention to that. You know, another area in regards to the Virgo or the 6th house that often gets overlooked is the guru relationship. You know, we live in a time now where we all say, oh, no more gurus, you know, the guru is within. Well, you know, having gurus are very helpful because they're experts at something. They're teachers. And so, you know, if you want to get better at what you're doing, you need teachers. You need experts to learn from. And so this is the area of the expert. This is the area of the guru. Are you here to be a guru? And I don't mean like some following of, you know, some spiritual group. I mean, unless that's what your calling is, you know. But I mean as far as like your expertise, your knowledge, what you know. And are you sharing that with others? Do you have others that are learning from you? I mean, that's really why we're here, is to teach what we know, and so that we have a legacy when we cross over, and those that are left behind us can run with what we've taught them, as well as they step into that role of teacher, right? And so this is important to look at. What are you doing to be in that role of leaving a legacy, leading others, teaching others what you know, sharing your knowledge with others is very, very important if we're to pass on the traditions, to pass on the teachings, to pass on the knowledge for the next generation coming up. And Virgo is all about that, as well as the initiation. We're all being tested all the time. And it is very interesting how Creator has set it up so that even if you're an ascended master and you're in the etheric spirit world, you're still being initiated because you're always growing. You're always becoming more. And it's set up that way. So whatever you're being tested on at this time, you know, ask yourself, what is this experience teaching me? What am I learning from this experience? Do I need to raise my standards? Do I need to make some changes? Do I need to have better boundaries? It will be unique for each one of you. But this is your opportunity, because full moons bring light to that which is beneath the surface, to that which was in the subconscious or unconscious. All of a sudden we become consciously aware of a situation or a dynamic that we may not have consciously been aware of before. That's why full moons are so important, because they bring light to our lives, and in the area of Virgo for each one of us. And so if we look at this full moon, I would say it's all about working with your passion. I mean, yes, there's many themes in here. I love the work with passion, because when people work with their passion, they attract prosperity. They attract success. And so, yes, in Pisces, we want to take the dreams and make them bigger. And then with the Virgo, we want to put them into action. We want to work with our passion. We want to work with our gifts and make our dreams come true. Now, Neptune is involved in the full moon, but he's loose. There's about a 6-degree separation between Neptune and the sun and the moon. That will go exact on the 28th. The sun will couple with Neptune on the 28th. And of course, as the moon moves on, by the 23rd, the moon will be directly opposing Neptune. That's where you can be in a fantasy. So it's not the best time to make concrete decisions at this full moon or on the 28th. If you can wait till we get into March, a few days into March, then clarity returns. But when the sun is coupled with Neptune, whoo, we're tripping with the light fantastic. It's like we're walking around in a dream state. Yeah, this is real. This is great. And then it's like, then we wake up. It's like, wait a minute, give me my dream back. So it's not the best time to make, major decisions. It's wonderful for creativity. It's wonderful for dreaming. It's wonderful for meditating. It's wonderful for being out in nature or watching your favorite movie, reading your favorite book, playing your favorite video game. Fabulous for that. Neptune rules all of that. That's what you want to do here at this time of last week in February. And we even have leap year this year. How cool is that? So we have a 29th this month. And so you want to use these last few days in February to dream, to meditate, to take good care of you, to create that balance between heart and head, heart and head. And but again, if you can, don't start a new job, don't buy a car, don't make a major decision, at the full moon, and especially at the 28th, on the 28th. And even the 29th, you want to hang loose. Wait till like March 1st, 2nd, 3rd, because when the sun clears Neptune, clarity returns, perspective returns, and you're in a much better power position to make right choices for you. And that's what it's about, making right choices for you and living your best life. So enjoy the full moon and work with your passion.